Hello and welcome to Horror Rewind. This is Kelly Florence,
And I'm Meg Hofdahl.
and it's February. It's
Yeah.
February.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's really cold and snowy, but spring is on the horizon.
It's happening. It's coming. It's getting lighter every day.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what I did last February and start walking outside, even though it's cold, because
I know.
I gotta get back in the
Get,
swing of things here.
gotta get the cardio going.
It's like I think we've talked about this, but in the fall, I started to hibernate, and I need to get out of it.
I know, me too. I think it's just natural. I think there's nothing wrong with that. But now that the light is kind of filtering through the windows, we
We
have
can see
to,
our own reflections again.
yeah, we can see our reflection, and it's time.
So I watched speaking of hibernation, I watched a bunch of crap, not crap. I watched good stuff. I watched a bunch of stuff this weekend, Meg. Did you watch anything?
Um, I comfort watched The Faculty,
Nice.
and I watched the first episode of what's it called? Servant.
Yes.
And Luke and I finished MacGruber,
Okay.
and I can't think of anything else.
I binged the first part one of season 4 of Ozark. There's
Yes.
7
Okay, so you
episodes.
watched all seven?
Yeah. And then they're going to be releasing more soon, according to Jason Bateman.
So tell me without telling me how Ozark was.
It's mind blowing again. Like they keep upping the ante, and holy crap, I won't give anything away, but I was very skeptical when Mark is like, let's watch Ozark, like I don't know, a couple years ago. And I'm like, well, I don't know if it's my thing. And Meg, you always say you don't like drug cartel stories, but this is one that it snuck in there and we both love it.
I know. I mean, I probably should stop saying that because I love Breaking Bad and I love this show. So it's like, stop. But yeah, I mean, there are just certain like genres or subgenres that like normally I sort of shy away from, like westerns or film noir is a little tough for me. Though both of them are like anything mobster, they're very male driven. So I tend to kind of stay away. And I feel like drug cartel things are very male driven, and Breaking Bad is, but there's also phenomenal female characters in both Breaking Bad and Ozark, obviously. Lori Lenny is a freaking like god.
Yeah.
Just such a complicated, oh my God. So I'm very excited. But Luke and I haven't even got to Cobra Kai yet. So I don't know when we're gonna get to Ozark.
I know I won't hold my breath.
Yeah, don't.
It's so good. And I love Ruthie, and I
Oh,
love I just love I don't love Darlene, but she's a good character too. So like
yeah.
there's so many good female characters.
Mm-hmm.
Helen,
Mm-hmm.
you name them. It's so good. And then yes, I did also watch Servant. If you haven't seen the first episode of Servant of season, is it season 3 now?
Three. Yeah.
We won't give away spoilers. This will be a spoiler-free episode. But it's so beautifully shot. Obviously, M. Night Shyamalan directed the first episode, and there were just so many shots. And I watched the after thing where he talked about it, and he said he wanted to make it feel Hitchcockian and just suffocating, and it felt like that. It was so good.
So much dread and
Yes.
oh the music as well, and the way that they have her alone in that house, and then someone's in the house, and you already know, yeah, it does feel Hitchcockian because she's very paranoid, she's very, everything is like right up, the camera's right up in her face. And um I'm so glad they gave us a recap because I'm that person now. I can't retain all the information of what happened last season.
Oh, I know.
After it's been a year. So I'm glad they gave the recap. I am disappointed that they don't dump a bunch of episodes because I was wanting, to watch like more than one, obviously, at the
Yes.
time. So, we're going to have to go week by week, like old fashioned people.
I know. That's the struggle. And
I
it's
know.
funny because now I know you watched MacGruber. I'm not calling that trash. I watched, I watched actual trash, but I'm obsessed with Before the 90 Days.
Oh my God. I've spent a lot of time watching that show. Yes.
So
Yes.
we like watched the new episode last night and we just keep like our jaws are dropped and we're like, what about things? Let's just say somebody almost broke up with somebody or they're going to break up with them because they passed gas in front of them. And that's
Oh,
unacceptable.
okay. I don't think it's going to work out between them and me. That's for sure.
I mean, that's just not okay. And I realize it might be a cultural thing and it's considered rude, but sometimes you just have to just put it all out there. If you really love the person,
You
you just
know,
gotta live your life.
that was my advice to my young sister-in-law is do not be intimate with somebody if you can't fart in front of them. I feel like that if
That's
you
the
can't
greatest
do that,
advice.
then how can you like be intimate on any other level? So
Yeah.
I think good.
Let's put that on a
Break
t-shirt.
up with them. Let's get this over with now because they're just gonna keep farting. So you might as well just do
No,
this now because they're human.
I know. So
No,
I
I love that show. I haven't watched it in a couple seasons because when I do, I just end up like it's so much content. There's like hours of content.
and now there's all the spin-offs too.
I know. If I go, I need to go down that hole. I may never come out.
No, I get it. So that's besides all of that, I have also been watching a lot of short horror films for the film festival that I'm curating a horror short block for. It's the North by North International Film Festival. And so if you have a horror short or any type of movie that you would like to submit, it's through Film Freeway. Go to it, people. It's going to be amazing. And it's all about getting voices out there of people who are underrepresented and maybe don't have those traditional pipelines. And we're going to make a community of filmmakers, and we're going to have such a great time. There's a deadline, extended deadline through March 23rd, I believe. So you still have a couple months.
Awesome. Yes. I mean, what a great opportunity for filmmakers. I love it.
I love it too. Did you read anything this week?
Well, I did finish reading Goblin, which I talked about in a previous episode.
Now, were there any female perspectives?
Not really. In the very last novella, there was like a young girl. And I guess she was like really, her and her mom had some interesting aspect to them, but overall, women were kind of wives and mothers and just like we didn't really get to go inside their heads and stuff. So I was a little disappointed. It doesn't mean I'm not going to read anything by Josh Mallerman ever again, but it was just kind of like, okay, if we're doing 6 novellas from different perspectives in this town, I would have liked to have seen just a little bit more varying gender, etc. But it still was an enjoyable book. And right now I'm kind of waiting to start a new book because this is how my brain works, but I'm going to be going on a trip and we're leaving on Saturday. And so I don't want to start reading anything because I don't want to, I don't want to have like a book that's like halfway done and then I finish it on the plane and then I don't have anything else to read. This is how my brain works.
No, I get it.
Like wait and then start it when I'm on the plane. So that's my plan.
I think that's a good plan. I also like sometimes, obviously we didn't do it with Servant, but sometimes I want to wait for there to be a few more episodes out of something before I start watching it. Because week to week is hard.
It is hard. It is really hard. We're just too spoiled right now. Where they give us the episodes and we can binge. And I mean, I like that because you can kind of watch them on your own pace. But I get it. I get that maybe we should wait. And it was kind of fun, like even with like Twilight Zone, the new one, it was kind of fun to like have that to look forward to. And
yeah.
So I guess we'll just get through it.
It'll be fine. Anything that you're looking forward to seeing either in the theater coming up or anything that's going to premiere shortly? There was something and now it's left my mind.
Yeah, I'm a huge Joe Hill fan, so The Black Phone is coming
Oh,
out.
yes.
And that looks very scary. I have to admit though that I have not read the short story that it's based on. So that's one of my goals before I go see the movie. I'm ashamed to admit I didn't finish that Joe Hill book of short stories. So I'm going to go back and finish it, including that story. So that, because I just feel like I need to read the short story before I see the movie. Like, that's not always the case, but definitely for Joe Hill it is. So I'm very, very excited for that one.
Very good. I've also seen lots of tweets coming out of Sundance. So I think we've got some things to look forward to. I saw Shudder already acquired some things from Sundance this
Wonderful.
year. So we have
Yes.
more things to look forward to.
Yes. I'm trying to think what other movies are coming out. I know there are. I just
I know
think there's new Texas Chainsaw coming out
oh yeah.
next or this month. So that's something to look forward to. That's a franchise that I have not seen every movie of. Texas Chainsaw is obviously one of my favorite movies. And I saw the Jessica Biel remake, but I haven't seen like all the, and I mean, I saw the Dennis Hopper sequel. Have you seen like, I mean, there was like a Leatherface that came out.
I did
And
not see that one, and I didn't see did Rob Zombie did some too, right? Or not?
no, that's Halloween. I don't think he did. No,
Oh, okay.
I
See, I don't
know.
even know.
No.
So I
Okay,
definitely
I'm
haven't.
gonna do some research on this and come back to y'all.
I know. I love like I mean, I used to watch the first three a lot, but I only saw the Jessica Biel one once.
Is the third one with Matthew McConaughey?
I think so.
I need to like refresh. I need to watch that. I need to refresh myself on Nightmare on Elm Street franchise and Hellraiser. Those are ones I need because I like Hellraiser 1 and 2, and I think I need to keep going just out of curiosity's sake.
Yeah.
And same with some other ones, because some of them it's like you've seen pieces of it or you saw it on like Sci-Fi Channel, so you didn't actually like see the full movie or things like that, you know. So
oh, that reminds me, what the other thing we started doing on Betty White's birthday, Campbell and I started rewatching Golden Girls from the beginning. And we've already done it once together, but we started again. And there was this guy in this episode, and I'm like, who is he? He's so familiar. And it was the guy from Ghoulies Go to College.
I know which actor you're talking about. The like principal.
Yes.
Yeah, he was like the man back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know if in Golden Girls he was probably dating Blanche or something.
I think so. But he had 201 separate credits on IMDb. And then I'm like, what do I know him from? I'm like, oh, obviously it's Ghoulies.
He's in the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
I wanted to say Blood Farmers.
Yeah. Yes, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, he was like Kevin McCarthy. No, something like that. That might be the guy from Kids in the Hall.
We're at that point in our lives, friends.
Okay? I know. I'm sorry, everyone. If you want, like, if people are listening for like a 100% accurate information, this is not your podcast.
We definitely do our research and we cite our sources in our books, but when we're off stuff like this, we're just on the fly here. Like
That's right.
We don't know what's going on.
That's right.
We propped ourselves up today to do this. So
yeah, we did.
What a Flavor Nation.
I wore my shining tights, or I guess I don't know what you call them, pants, whatever, yesterday for the first time out in the world, and immediately got a compliment. Oh, nice. So that's nice to see fellow horror people out in the world. And you were wearing Beetlejuice pants.
Yeah, and a student actually said, "I like your Beetlejuice pants." I'm like, "They actually are," and he's like, "I know."
I know,
because I thought, like maybe he didn't know, but he knew.
Yeah. Epic.
So I keep meeting my people. We keep meeting our people just by, letting our freak flags fly.
Exactly. I love it.
But you got to, yeah, that's how we met with an X-Files t-shirt. So you got to wear things or get those tattoos and put out the vibe.
I almost, when the guy was like talking about my pants and we like were talking about it for a second, I almost wanted to like take off my sweater and be like, you got to see my tattoo. But I didn't want to, you know.
I know.
I got to play it cool.
I know.
But I'm going to be out in tropical weather in like a week, and I'm going to let all the pale skin and tattoos out and about. So we'll see if I find any like-minded people.
Don't get severely sunburned.
I won't. I'm like really intense about it. I annoy my family with how much I put sunscreen on, but you got to keep the Lydia skin, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah, I burn immediately. So I also am very careful and cautious.
Yes. That's your PSA. Is that what it is?
Yes. Yes. We're here to help all the other pale goths.
Yeah. Or goths of any shade, but
yeah. Yeah, be careful with your skin.
Yeah, yes. I'm trying to think of other things I'm looking forward to out in the world. Oh, they announced a new Stephen King book.
Yes, I saw that fairy tale.
I love, like, thank you, Stephen King, for being the prolific master that you are and having books come out all the time.
Yeah. He never stops.
He never stops. I aspire to like be like him and just be like book. You know? Like, let's just keep going. So he's the master, obviously. And like normally if I heard that there was something called fairy tale, I'm very horror, but after the Dark Tower series, I'm not worried. Inject it into my veins. Yeah. If it's, it sounds more fantasy, that's fine with me.
And I'm not like, I liked Eye of the Dragon too. And that's definitely more, the most fantasy. And he's a good writer.
Yeah. So I'm willing to read about whatever he wants to write about.
I agree.
And he's also in a compilation that's coming out, a anthology coming out, Earth Day.
Yes, I saw that. And the proceeds are going to help climate change, right?
Yeah. Paul Tremblay, a lot of other people. So that's really exciting. I'll have to pick that one up too.
Very cool. Well, we're not going to rank anything this week because, we can't really, because we weren't spoilery and whatever. I am going to say Ozark is better than ever and it's going to blow your mind. So that's all I'll say.
Bateman's such a cutie.
What?
I said Jason Bateman's such a cutie.
He's so freaking adorable and I love him. And his character, like Marty Bird, can get out of anything because he just weasels his way, talks his way. And Wendy this season, Meg, just wait.
Oh, I'm excited. Do I watch this first or do I watch Cobra Kai first?
Which one do I have tattooed on my body?
Okay, fair.
And listeners, fair. If you know, then you're in too.
Yeah. Yeah, but MacGruber was really funny.
Okay. Will Forte hosted SNL last week and he was great.
We were gonna watch it, but we didn't end up watching it. But I did.
There are 3 MacGruber bits that have a through line, and it's friggin' hilarious.
Okay, well, we'll have to watch that. So I think we still have an episode or 2 of Curb to watch too. So we fell
off, and we are so far behind on that show because it's like the last thing on Sunday nights, and it's like we're too tired or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Well. At least you're slagging behind on that.
Well, we will be back next week to talk about God knows what. Until next time, we'll see you in the horror section.
Bye.